So I didn't read a lot of new to me authors in 2020, but I actually managed to read about 10 of them. So the authors that are on my list, I've read multiple books from, or I've only read one book. Mayong Pasko everyone, my name is Ezrah and welcome back to my channel. So today is day 2 of the top 10 of 2020 photo challenge. I know this is a photo challenge, but I also decided to do videos for them as well. This challenge is hosted by Kimberly Faye Reads, Dragonfly Reads, Kate Reads, Molly's Bookshelf, and Fire Whiskey Reader over on Instagram. So I'll leave a link in the description box below to their Bookstagram accounts so that you can go and give them a follow. So today for day 2, I am going to be sharing my 10 new to me authors of this year. First up is Penelope Douglas. So this year has been a year to explore genres that I normally don't read, and I've tried to read more dark romances, and I finally read Corrupt, which is book 1 in the Devil's Night series. And wow, I was shocked and amazed. It's really great. I loved it. So I went ahead and read another book by Penelope Douglas. This one is not dark romance, but this is taboo romance. And the book was Birthday Girl, and I absolutely love Birthday Girl. Hands down, one of my favorite reads this year. So yes, I'm planning to read more Penelope Douglas books in the future. The next new to me author is none other than Karina Halley. I've actually known about Karina Halley for a while. I've seen a lot of Bookstagrammers recommend Karina Halley books, and it took me a while, but I finally read my very first Karina Halley, and it was A Nordic King. That was book 3 in the Nordic Royals series, and I was blown away. I absolutely loved it. So I went ahead and read book 1 in the series, and I was blown away. The Swedish Prince was amazing. I loved it, and I went and binged the whole Nordic Royals series. Then I also was blown away by one of her kind of taboo romances, and it was The Younger Man, and it's freaking amazing. I gave that book, I think, 4.5 stars. So good, so good. So the next new to me author is Talia Hibbert. You probably heard me talk about Talia Hibbert in my previous videos. Yes, I absolutely love her. I've only read one book from her, and it is Mating the Huntress. It is a novella, but oh my god, I was blown away, even though it was a novella. And I did rate it 4 stars. The only reason why I rated it 4 stars was because it was a little, like, the ending was a little bit rushed. But anyway, I can't wait to read other Talia Hibbert books, and I have 2 books that I have on my TBR, and I'm going to read them in January. The next new to me author is Adrian Anders. Now, while I only read one book from her, it was White Out, and oh my gosh, it blew me away. I heard a lot of buzz earlier this year about White Out, and it took me a while to read it because it's kind of like a survival romance, and I was not expecting. I went in blind. I didn't really read reviews of it. I just heard people talk about it on Twitter, and I decided to put it on my CBR, but I finally read it, I think in October, and it was freaking amazing. Had me at the edge of my seat. I'm gonna go and look at Adrian Anders' backlist and try reading all of her books because she's really great. And this is kind of more like a thriller / suspense, so something that I do like and I do enjoy reading. The next new to me author is an author that writes on the dark side, and the author is Katie Roberts. So I actually read the very first book in her Wicked Villain series. I think it's the one with the snake. I forgot the title, but I hated it. I gave it 3 stars only because the hero's name is Jafar. I mean, the hero is Jafar. It's a retelling of like Disney. It's a retelling of the Disney villains. And the first hero is Jafar. Obviously, the heroine is Jasmine, and it's an age gap romance. And I kept picturing the freaking face of the animated Jafar, and it was just grossed out. I was grossed out. So luckily, I didn't stop there. I read book 2, I read book 3, and then of course I just got hooked. So my favorite in that series is Beast. I love that book so much. And I'm actually reading her O'Malley series right now. So I'm really enjoying it. It's a mafia romance. So I'm really liking it. I'm really liking Katie Roberts' writing style. I think I like her longer books better, as compared to her novella type books like the Wicked Villain series. They're pretty short. So I'm hoping that she does write more books like that, because I can't wait to read more of the O'Malleys. The next new to me author is Claire Contreras, and I read her book Half Truths First. This is part of the Secret Society series. This is book 1. Well, I thought it was okay. I gave it 3.5 stars. I decided to pick up book 2, which is Twisted Circles. And again, this is book 2 in the Secret Society series. And I was blown away. I loved it so much. It's new adult. It's about secret societies. So there is a little bit of a taboo aspect to the book. And I liked it so much. I'm planning to read her backlist because her writing is really great, so I can't wait. So the next 4 new to me authors are actually authors that I've only read 1 to 2 books from, and I wasn't really wowed by them. So I'm still not sure if I'll be reading more books by them. We'll see how it goes. So that first author is Rosie Dana, and she wrote The Roommate, and this is her debut book. So obviously, there are no other books written by her. While I did enjoy The Roommate, I was not wowed by it. This book has been hyped in Romancelandia, and a lot of people do love this book, but I thought it was okay. It's not one of my favorites. I'm gonna link the wrap up of my November video because I did talk about that. The next new to me author that I read this year is Jodie Ellen Malpes, and I read The Controversial Princess Duet. So I did read 2 books because the freaking ending of The Controversial Princess is a freaking cliffhanger, and it was just bonkers. So I had to read book 2, and book 2 was really frustrating. I shouldn't have read book 2. But I did enjoy book 1. I gave it 4 stars. It's so over the top dramatic. I don't know if I will be reading her books. She does write a lot of alpha heroes. So, while I do love alpha heroes, I'm not sure I like the overly dramatic soap opera type that she writes. So I'm not sure yet. The next author was another author that has been hyped. She does have 2 books out now, so I read her debut book, and the author is Jen DeLuca. I read Well Met this year, and a lot of people loved Well Met. I thought it was okay. Again, because it was so hyped, I had high expectations for it. I didn't like it. It's not one of my faves. I gave it 3 stars. The hero was frustrating. Well, I did like her writing. I'm not sure I'm going to read book 2. Book 2, I heard, has mixed reviews, so I don't know. Since I gave, Well Met 3 stars, I don't know. We'll see. Finally, the last new to me author is an author that I've heard great things about, and the book that I read is actually another hype book that I thought was not great. And the author is Pam Godwin, and I read Sea of Ruin. So Sea of Ruin is a historical pirate romance. It's dark romance as well. And I personally think that there was this scene that shouldn't have been there. I think it was just added there because of shock value, but it was there and I was uncomfortable. I didn't like it. I thought it was okay. A lot of romance readers rated it 4 or 5 stars. A lot of romance readers raved about this book. It's really a unique book. It's really well written. I was not expecting the twist at all, but I was not wowed. Again, I did not like that scene, and that scene really, made me downgrade the book. So I don't know. So they did say that Pam Godwin does write a lot of dark romances. A few romance booktubers have recommended other books by her. And they said that, if you want to read other, contemporary dark romances, you can try hers. So I'm going to be looking at her backlist and see if there's any book that I want to read. I want to read more dark romances. So yes, I'll try to look through her books. Alright, so those are my 10 new to me authors for this year. Please let me know if you've read any of the authors mentioned here and tell me which book by these authors I should read next or should at least be on my radar. Please let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section below so that we can discuss. If you've made it this far in the video, thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in another video.